What's going on? This is Jay from Thy Will Be Done. I want you to put your horns up because horns up rocks.
Yeah. We're at the Music Hall of Williamsburg. Where KILLWITCH ENGAGE, shout out to FALL and ACARO, just destroyed everybody. And then who I see from the distance, the best beard in metal, Jay from Thy Will Be Done. How are you, man?
What's happening, Joe? How are you, brother?
Oh, perfect, man. Always good to see you, man. I think the first time we met was about 3 or 4 years ago when you played with Machine Head of the Crazy Donkey.
Yes, that was absolutely right, brother.
Time flies, but we're still rocking, bro.
Amen, brother. It flies by faster and faster every day, but you know what? Metal's keeping us alive, keeping us going, you know? It's a good time.
How are you guys doing as far as like the band?
Just got back from tour. We were out for like 2 months and change. Home right now. We may or may not be recording right now. I don't know. You might have an exclusive right here. So yeah, you know. So we've been busy. We keep it busy while we're home for a little bit, and then we hit the road with Hatebreed and Immure. On December 26th, we hit. I believe we do. I can't remember if it's Connecticut or New York first, but...
Yeah, I think it's Poughkeepsie and then Hartford.
Yeah, Poughkeepsie, New York, 26th at the Chance. You're right.
Right.
So.
It's not Hartford, it's New Haven.
New Haven, forgive me. I'm sorry. See, he knows better than me. I don't know.
We don't want to give the wrong info.
Yeah, we don't want to give the wrong information. I got too much in my mind. But yeah, New Haven, you're right, at Toad's Place.
And it's great. You know, it's the return of Stillborn. It's been a while since Jamie was able to do it, and it's kind of cool because all the bands all of a sudden are like that core of the Stillborn bands, you know?
Absolutely, it's great. You know, that's the thing, man. People don't realize how hard Jamie works, man. That dude busts hump every single day. You know, that dude's, if he's not writing, he's not playing, he's writing. If he's not promoting, like, that dude deserves more credit than he gets, man. And a lot of people don't really, you know, I don't think people realize how hard Jamie Josta works, man. So like, it's a blessing to consider him not just a peer, but also a brother. You know what I mean?
And a mentor.
Definitely a mentor. Absolutely.
I love the music you guys did recently paying tribute to all those boys. You know, you had Rob from Machine Head, you had, of course, Jamie. I love that you guys do that also, like, because there's a lot of young kids that might not know who they are, but love you guys, and you're like, oh, those are the faces that got us here.
Absolutely. You know, those are, you know, for us, you know, it's the lineage of metal, man, and metal and hardcore, the bands that, like, open the doors, you know, like, we wouldn't be who we are. Thy Will Be Done wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for Jamie Josta. You know what I mean? I try and explain that to people as often as possible. But I don't think a lot of people get that, you know? He's the one who said, you know what, I believe in you guys. I'm going to open those doors for you guys. And he did, man. Like, a dude bossed hump, man. So much love and many blessings to Jamie Josta. I love him. He's my brother.
Hey, dude, and let's talk about the new EP, man. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, you dig it? You dig it? Oh, man, thank you. Oh, man, that means a lot to me. Like, I was just talking to a couple people, actually, about the EP. Like, a couple people stopped me. They're like, hey, you dude from That Will Be Done? I'm like, yeah. Or just, you know, people that I know through the scene or, like, industry or whatever, and like, hey, great EP, you know? And it's cool because, like, you know, it's been a little bit since the last record, you know? Obviously, In Ancient of Days came out in 2009, but, you know, we were on tour for a bit, and then I went through some stuff in my personal life, and we really, I believe we put a lot into this new EP, man. Temple is like, it's the EP that defines us, I think. You know what I mean?
So you would say it was a very emotional time for you as far as writing lyrics and just kind of getting into the mindset that you need to be when you're recording?
Absolutely. You know, every recording for us is personal to me because I make it that way. But this one in particular, Temple is probably one of the most personal pieces I think that I've ever done, and that comes with age, you know. That comes with the more you do something, you know, you learn, you know, you get experience, and that's what it is, man. It's a constant evolution. It's a cycle of, like, you know, the perpetuation of just being creative, you know, and you want to just outdo yourself each and every time, but you also experience life in between those things, you know, and that's what it was, man. You know, we don't claim to ever be the best band in the world, man. We're just trying to be the best band we can be for ourselves. You know?
And let's talk about Orion Music and Fest, inaugural festival. And your boys from Metallica, our boys from Metallica, your boys, everybody's boys from Metallica picked you guys and a lot of our friends. But I was very happy when you guys, like, when I saw that, I was like, nice.
Man, that's still surreal for me to even think about, you know? Like, to just play the Orion Music and More Festival, to see all those people there and just have those people learn who we are, you know, just to be on Metallica's radar. You know, for Hetfield to actually have checked us out, thanks to brother Jose Mangan. Woo! who suggested us to James. James checked out these, all the bands that he was suggested, and we were one of those bands that he listened to and picked, man. Like, if someone told me that when I was 10 years old, man, I wouldn't have believed them, Like, that's the band. They set the bar for metal, bro. Like, I tell close friends and family, like, that's a pinnacle moment for myself personally, like, it's not about status, it's not about, anything else other than you create music, you express yourself, but when you're heroes, when you're on your hero's radar, man, like, that's just surreal, man. That's just crazy, people talk so much smack about that band. That's one of the smartest bands. They're one of the best live bands. You can't shake it, man. Metallica rips live. You can't touch them. They're untouchable. I don't care what anybody says, and I mean that, man.
And they're obviously taking it way beyond the music. They've done movies, they've done documentaries, and now they have their own festival, which is really important on their new label. So it's like, dude,
it's smart, man. It's brilliant, and that's the thing, man. We're inspired by Metallica in so many ways, musically, ethically, you see what they've done, and that's an inspiration for a young up-and-coming metal band to see that and go, wow, they get it, and you can't touch it, man. To have a festival that encompassed music, man. It wasn't about a particular genre. It wasn't one demographic. It brought all walks of life together, and that's what That Will Be Done represents. We bring together all walks of life. A lot of people think that we're pigeonholed as one kind of band, catering to one kind of people of one walk of life, and it's not. That's not it. Go to our websites, read our bios, watch our interviews. We're for all walks of life, all walks of faith, all beliefs in life. It doesn't matter. We just make music, baby. That's what it's about. And people just get caught up in whatever's on the internet, and people come up with whatever crazy stuff they have, and they don't take the time to analyze or do the research, man. They don't take the time to say, you know what? This is a band that cares about music. This is a band that doesn't want to be like everybody else. They want to be themselves. That's all we try to be, We're not claiming to be the best. We're just trying to be the best we can be, And
I know recently that was a big inspiration for you guys as far as the whole do-it-yourself mentality, because right now you pretty much are doing everything your way, right?
Yeah, brother.
It's a lot of work, I know. But
it is, man. I'm busy. Like, this is an off night for me. You come see my friends, here hanging out, and it's crazy, to be able to be, running and doing the day-to-day for, like, a label, and a great partnership. Thank you for INgrooves Fontana. Like, INgrooves Fontana has just been so wonderful to us as That Will Be Done, and Eye.On Lion Recordings. They've been just a huge force in what we're trying to do, man. A lot of people are like, metal and EPs aren't really selling, and like, it's not about that, but we're proving people wrong, man. People are like, I want to support this because these dudes are legit, and they're just playing from their hearts, man, and that's what it's about, and we work hard, and we're putting our money where our mouth is, and it's not about to prove it to anybody else other than just the fact that it's life experience. At the end of life, what do we have? We're born a way, we die a certain way. If we can experience life the best way we can, and we have all these experiences, that's what it's about. It's about experiencing as much as you can within reason, not hurting anybody, not disrespecting anybody, but embracing life and doing the best you can, and taking your dreams and aspirations and turning them and making them into fruition. A lot of people misconstrue things, but that's what we're about, man.
Oh, you gotta push the limit, and it's a great example. A recent brother that we love is Mitch Lucker. One of the things that really stood that dude out, of course, from Suicide Silence, is that drive to just always keep going and do things your way, and as you said, do things that might be like a little unconservative, but always respecting your peers, and
absolutely,
and that's key.
It is very key, and I just want to take a moment and definitely acknowledge Mitch and his family and his bandmates and his loved ones that he leaves behind, and definitely his life, his soul, and it hit us pretty hard, and like Mark from Suicide Silence said, he was at the Orion Fest, and he was hanging out, and we had great conversations. It was the most we really had talked, really. We hung out for hours on end, and he, it was cool, like, thank you, brother Mark. He he really respected our band. You know, he's like, you know, I've heard the name, but see you guys, I get it now. You know, and so it was cool. It was like, you know, here's a peer. You know, here's someone who I respect and a band that I really dig. You know, and we just started talking about music and life, and you know, I felt that connection. So, you know, I might have known Mark a little bit better than I knew Mitch. I got to meet Mitch a few times, but you know, I hurt because of the people who were left behind. I hurt for the fans and family because any life, you know, any life that's taken, doesn't matter. Too soon, too late, doesn't matter. You know, he was a light. He was. I'm sorry, man. It's tough.
No, totally, dude.
We were on tour, you know, on the last tour we were doing, and we had an off day, and we were in D.C. and we're hanging out, and it just puts everything in perspective, you know. And I made sure I hugged and I thanked each of my guys in my band and told them I loved them, because you never know, you know. And that's, if anybody can take anything from that, you know, it's appreciate and value every moment and never take it for granted, you know. So may he rest in peace. May his legacy live on. Yeah, brother.
And you guys watching, of course, always take that message into consideration. As you said, every time you say I love you to somebody, mean it and do it often, you know. Don't forget that. And of course, always push yourself to the limit with a certain respect to yourself and everybody else, you know.
Absolutely. That's key, you know. I think people have the stigma of being in a metal band or whatever, you know. You got to be this badass, you got to be a tough guy or a tough girl, whatever. And at the end of the day, we all come from different walks of life, and everything we experience is subjective. We live our entire world in our own mind, in our own head. Take the time and listen to somebody. Don't judge somebody. Take the time and listen to them. Listen to what they have to say, because they are the only ones that have lived their life. You haven't lived their life. Take the time, listen before you pass judgment, and that's the key, you know. Take the time, listen to people, love one another, love your neighbors. Don't take life for granted, man. I can give you a laundry list, you know. This is the stuff I sing about, man. This is the stuff I put in my music because I believe it, you know. I've lost too many family members. I've lost too many friends, and you know, it puts your life in perspective, you know. And I hope, and I really do. Me personally, I hope, I pray, I really hope everybody out there takes the time, and like you said, Joe, when you say I love you to somebody, mean it. You know, it doesn't mean you're going to be less of a badass. Who cares? You know, at the end of life, you know, when we are experiencing our last breath in this life, and I know it might be a morbid thought, but it's something that is a reality. When you're experiencing your last breath, if you get to experience it, if you are cognitive, what in that last moment is the most important to you? What will you regret? What will you cherish? You know, take the time and love one another. Life is too short, you know. Love one another and take the time to help one another. No one's better than anybody else. We don't know somebody else's life. We don't know what they've done. So take the time and love one another, brother. That's
great message, man. And I know you mean it. New EPs out right now entitled Temple. That will be done. New records coming out, I would assume, sometime in the summer? Or?
Probably summer of 2013. Be on the lookout. If you really dig the EP, I believe you're gonna love the full length. You really are. It's just awesome. It's great.
You guys already writing or recording, or where are you standing with that?
Yeah, we're recording. Yeah, it's already written. We chose out of the material that we had, we chose to put the songs that are on the EP. We chose to put those out first. There's going to be no repeats. We're not repeating any of the songs from the EP on the full length. It's all what you hear in the EP was purposely on the EP for a reason. And I want to take a moment too and tell people the physical copy of the EP. There's something in there that you're going to need. Just check it out. Trust me. You're
Cool.
going to need it for the full length.
Nice. Awesome. I like that. And who are you recording with?
Just like we did our EP, our guitar player Kurt Fraunfelter, he went to school for audio engineering. He's got a bachelor's degree, so he's actually engineering our full length, just like he engineered our EP. So we're excited about that. Kurt's the man. He deserves a lot of credit, you know. So kudos to Kurt.
Are you gonna send it to Adam D to mix it?
Who knows? You know what? It's kind of unannounced right now. We're
gonna finish recording first.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, we're gonna finish recording it, and we're gonna, you know, we got probably more material than we need. At the end of it, we'll figure out what's the strongest, what's the best, what really conveys what we want to put out for the full length, and hope people dig it, man.
Brother, happy holidays, happy New Year. I'll see you on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. We just finished Hanukkah, so a happy Hanukkah to everybody. A Merry Christmas. You know, happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus for the rest of us, as they say on Seinfeld, which is great. But no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what your walk of faith is or what your beliefs are, much love, much respect. It doesn't matter. Respect one another, respect one another's beliefs or non-beliefs. It doesn't matter. We're a community, and remember that.
Thank you, brother.
Much love. Horns up. Rocks.